Hello and happy International Women's Day from me, Susie Ramroop, mindset coach and author of this book, Be the Leader You Want to See. I'm really honoured today to give you 5 minutes of focus about choosing to challenge. In the past, I saw challenge as a hard, combative word where I feared that if I challenged, conflict would be generated. Sometimes I challenged so that people would not dare enter into conflict with me. And so it became quite a defensive thing to me. As I started my own healing coaching journey many years ago now, 15 years ago, I realised that actually I didn't need to be challenging everything to prove that I was good at my job. I realised that actually the concept of choice was not being married up with challenge for me. And so I realised too that as I got more and more self-aware, the person that I needed to choose to challenge was in fact me. And in learning to challenge me, I've learned to challenge other people much more gracefully. The challenge with choosing to challenge yourself is that sometimes we don't speak to ourselves with the kind of loving voice that we would speak to a small child who needs us, a parent who has a tough decision with which they need our support. Quite often when we challenge ourselves, we're unkind, we're mean, we even call ourselves names, sometimes out loud, but sometimes just within ourselves. And it's really unhelpful. So learning the art of loving challenge to yourself is one of the healthiest, most positive things you can do for your own personal development. And for me, learning to challenge myself centers around my values. So every day I am looking at the contribution that I want to make. And every day I'm challenging myself positively by asking, is what I'm about to say, do, reflect upon going to move my needle? So when we compare that with the outward battle, that can sometimes look like, picking your fights. That's quite aggressive language. So what I'm talking about when you turn it on yourself is asking yourself, is this important to me? Is this going to make a difference to me? Is this going to generate the impact that I want to generate in the world? And so that's why I choose to challenge myself. Because when I do that, I know that it really inspires other people as well as aiding my own progress, which means I never feel overwhelmed or distracted. I never get resentful. Well, sometimes I get resentful, but I never get resentful in terms of where I'm putting my time and effort, because I'm challenging myself before I go ahead and take those actions and think those thoughts and make those commitments. Unlike before, where all of that attention was directed outwards, and I was resentful about the fact that I had no positive movement left for myself. So I would urge you today to use the method of challenge and using the decision to choose to challenge yourself lovingly as a really rich personal development tool, and ask yourself what's important to you. Challenge yourself in terms of your fitness, the fuel that you put in your body, the decisions that you make, the opportunities that are available for you should you choose to take them. And that's really the underpinning of this book. It's about getting aware enough such that you can take brave action in the direction of your goals. And that's how we truly make a contribution. So by choosing to challenge yourself first, it means that every time you ask an inquiring question of someone else, they don't see challenge in that negative way that I perceived challenge earlier in my career. some 20 years ago. So I hope that's helpful to you. I hope that propels you forward, that this International Women's Day is just the beginning of your journey of choosing to challenge you first.